Heather, you specialize in providing personalized service to both the podcasters you represent and the brands and agencies that you collaborate with. As an agency that offers such a high level of personal touch, can you tell me a little bit about the scripting process for a produced ad?
When you're creating a produced ad, you can't lose sight of the fact that you're still wanting to join the conversation. So, if we think about that host read ad, it can be very natural because the listener is already listening to that podcast host voice and that host read ad just feels natural. If you're looking at a produced ad, you want to make sure that you're also making that transition. And what I encourage people to think about is to include the word podcast in your ad. So, those ads that say, hey, this podcast is sponsored by this company. And then you go into an ad read. I think it really makes the listener feel like you're speaking to them and not that you've taken maybe some content out of, a radio ad or another format and just try to kind of copy and paste it and put it into the podcast environment. You really need to think about the podcast landscape and the type of content that's already being created in podcasts, letting that audience know that you're supporting them and that you're supporting that show. Producer read ads, produced spots, those are supporting the podcast just as powerfully as a host read ad is. So make sure that you're really focusing in on joining that conversation and supporting that show.